Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Power Play Podcast. I am Michael Leduc.
I am the Dan Dallin.
I am Cameron Dallin.
And I'm Trey Leduc.
Awesome. Welcome everybody. We also have a special co-host, Braeden Rich from Massachusetts. Welcome to our show, Braeden.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for jumping on. We're going to talk a little hockey with you in a few minutes. Podcast is up and running at a bunch of venues, Dan, and we actually have it live on YouTube now.
Yeah, I saw, Mike, you took care of that, picked up right where I left off and finished uploading it all to YouTube. Excellent.
Yeah, that's great. It took a little bit of time. HD video, I don't know. I was kind of confused, but I know there's high quality videos that are all uploaded. Episodes 1 through 7 are uploaded on the Power Play podcast channel on YouTube, Power Play Podcast NNY. They're all there for your purview. Also, real quick, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I wanted to thank Tony Solari, schooloftone.com here in Watertown, New York. Tony Solari does the opening riff for the Power Play podcast, and he did that complimentary kudos at no cost. So if you can visit schooloftone.com, reach out to Tony here in Watertown for all of your music needs. That'd be great. A few updates from our friends over at Power Play Sports. Wanted to talk a little bit about the Battle of the Biscuit tournament coming up over the Christmas holiday at Power Play Sports from the 27th through the 30th. Rumor has it, former professional hockey player Anthony Neto, and co-owner of Power Play Sports. I think he had Trey, what did he play? One
game contract.
Yeah, one game contract.
$3.
Yeah, he played like 3 years ago. He had a one-day tilt in the Federal Professional Hockey League against, and he scored against the Watertown Wolves. He's playing apparently. He must be in the 18 and over division. I did talk to Paul Tremper today. I got some updates on some things that are going on over at Power Play Sports. He obviously shop local for the holidays. Big membership drives going on over there. And as you know, the outdoor rink is in. They have their new ice down. A new director of hockey operations is Coach Bill Palmer of the Steel. Is going to start some programs in January and have a spring hockey development program at Power Play. And then, every week we mention it, but just want to give another shout out to Glory Construction, Chris Nethers and his crew. The winds that we had knocked the boards over that they had set up outside at the outdoor rink. So they had to go over there on Saturday and put up all the boards and put braces in. So thanks a lot to those guys and all the volunteers that they had.
That wind over the weekend was intense, right? All across the country.
Yeah.
The tornadoes in the Midwest. I know we had power lines down north of us here. Delayed our trip home from Canton.
Yeah. Did you guys get rerouted after that Canton game through that little backwoods area there? I don't know.
It was sketchy. I was waiting for the banjos to come out. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
We stopped to get gas, and while I was pumping gas, the van was shaking, and the people inside the van said that it was actually lifting up. They felt the van rising up from the wind. It was just like scooping it up. It was, I don't know, I guess I could have gotten crushed. Maybe not.
Well, I'm glad we made it home safely because all the kids that detoured through there, boy, was a windy night. Anyways, hey, before we get into Team Ledoux, Team Dallin, everything that's going on this weekend, Braeden, what's going on? Tell us what's going on. I know your connections. I want to know about your connections to Watertown, New York, and I want to know about your hockey playing career in Massachusetts. So why don't you take it from the beginning? Tell us a little bit about you, your hockey playing, and how you're connected to the Watertown area.
All right. I started hockey when I was probably 4 years old. I got into the Learn to Skate program. My dad put me in there. Then I really started liking it. We thought, let's give hockey a try. Started playing on the Worcester Sharks. I forget about maybe 9 years ago. And I've been with that team for pretty much my whole career. I've played for other teams like on the side, and then now I am playing in high school. So it's pretty crazy. At the CNS,
What high school are you playing for?
Auburn. It's just Auburn. Auburn High School. It's
Is that out near
Worcester?
Worcester?
It's it's about maybe 5 minutes away from Worcester, I'd say. And it's a conjoined school. I'm from Tantascwa, and I'll just play there for them. I think there's 4 schools maybe combined. And I'm connected to Watertown. Uncle Mike, Trey, my cousin. Got some a lot of family up there. Very fun to go up there, mess around.
Absolutely. Kind of the same here too, Braeden. Like our IHC team, and then like where Cameron's going to play at Ontario Bay. Same thing. Multiple schools really come together to support one high school team. I mean, rumor has it you played a game last week and actually scored a goal in your high school game, and I'd like to hear a little bit about that because it makes me really proud. You know, you're my godson. You're down there in Massachusetts, and you're lighting the lamp. What tell us about your game last week?
I mean, I think it was fun. It was exciting. I was definitely nervous. Got a good chance. It was actually pretty lucky. The puck was just right there and I shot it and it went in. Thank God the goalie wasn't like too good. So I mean the puck was kind of like right by him.
Listen, the puck coming your way is luck, but you being in the right spot at the right time is all about ice knowledge and skill.
Absolutely. You're not giving yourself enough credit. Wasn't it a 5-1 game?
It was. So at that point, I think it was 2-1. We had just scored our first goal like maybe 3 minutes ago. And then we tied it up with that one right there, and we ended up losing 4-2 in the third period.
4-2. Tough luck. Who did you play? What's Auburn's team name again?
The Auburn Rockets.
Rockets. And who did you guys play against?
Neshoba. So they're the Neshoba. Forget their name.
Are they the Vikings?
I think they are actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they might be. So that's pretty cool. Tell us a little bit about your dad. I heard the rumor has it that your dad can play hockey. Is that true or is that false?
Yeah, I mean he's a little dust. I mean, I'd say I was playing men's league with him on Thanksgiving. I had to give him a little bit of the body.
Oh, did you? Did you really?
Yep.
That would you probably knock him over. He's probably like a feather out there. He's not very rugged.
Yeah, he's like a chair.
He's slow. Yeah, he is. He's like a chair. We call him a bender.
Yeah, I'd say that. That's a good word to describe him.
Yeah, at the end, just so you know, we'll put a plug in for the Bay State Brewery. They're located in an arena. My brother-in-law, Sean, Braden's dad. Oh, Trey has a glass up there saying Bay State.
There you go.
They own a brewery that's in, what's the name of the arena that it's in, Braeden?
The Worcester Ice Center.
The Worcester Ice Center. They own a
Worcester
brewery actually in the
Ice
Worcester.
Center. How many sheets
Yeah.
ice do they have at Worcester Ice Center?
2. Very nice sheet of ice. We got who plays on it? We got the Railers, like our team there. They play on it, and a bunch of just like schools, like Worcester Academy. A bunch of schools come around.
Well, I think we have to figure out a way to get into a tournament out that way because it's been a while since I received an unlimited amount of free beer.
That's what we need to do. We need to actually look at possibly getting Bay State Brewing as a sponsor on this PG-13 podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's get rocking and rolling here. Dan, how about a synopsis of last week for you? Broadcasting, family events. What was going on in your hockey world?
Yeah, last week, holy cow. So I have to like look at my calendar to check all these things out. I don't even know when we started. So I announced the IHC Cicero game, CNS North Syracuse and IHC Cavaliers in Cicero last Tuesday on December 7th. I'm sure you're going to want to cover that though, but that was interesting because the room I normally broadcast from there was occupied. They had a meeting, so I had to set up in the bleachers, and that's always a fun experience, dropping electrical cables across pathways where players with skates walk. I was nervous.
Parents with language because every referee doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So, and that's always interesting. And that's when I just try to say things. So that's like, it's my tongue-in-cheek correction when parents start doing that, because I'm loud. There's nothing I can do about it, especially when I'm getting passionate about a game. And I'll just start making comments live online, right through my live stream. It's like, oh, there's certainly some dissension around the people around here. Apparently, when you're sitting in the bleachers, you know a lot more than the hours and hours of training that you have to go to, let alone to be able to skate backwards while blowing a whistle and paying attention to games and not running over a little kid, or clearly being even with the blue line and next to the puck does not give you a better line of sight than way over here on this side of the ice. And that generally quelches a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Over this past weekend, though, I did have to announce, I was in Pulaski, and so I was announcing live in rink through the arena speakers as well as live streaming. And really early on, some parents started getting mouthy towards the referees. And so I just popped right on there and announced how, we abide by all USA hockey rules and regulations, including no taunting, heckling, yelling, jeering at players or referees for any reason, or you will be immediately removed from the facility. A lot of people think they'll just watch from the warming room. You know what? Now that I know what the rule says, you're going outside. And Pulaski is not pleasant outside.
I think it happened. I caught wind of it a little bit today on social media. I think it happened in the Watertown Wolves, Cam and Trey's 14U game against Ogdensburg. I think our good friend, director of officials, Don Horton, had to have a little word with a parent through the glass and basically could have ejected him. But because Don's been doing this so long, basically said, sit down and behave yourself or you're going to have to leave, I think,
Right.
So.
And that absolutely should not be necessary. At the end of the day, these are kids playing.
Mm-hmm. I think, Trey, you see it from a different perspective now, don't you? Thinking about the referees. I know you were supposed to referee this weekend and actually went down and got to watch Owen Van Brocklin ref. Different perspective, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. It was wild. It's wild when you just watch the refs. It's like you go to a game, not like with any intentions to watch the actual game, but just to watch the refs. Totally different.
Yeah. And we were trying to focus. We were watching that game, guys, and it was who was it? Who was it? Trey? Was it a squirt red?
Yeah, it was a squirt red, but it was like Corning maybe.
Yeah, Corning. Yeah, I think it was. And we were just trying to watch the refs the whole game, just because Trey was kind of focusing because he was supposed to referee Sunday morning. Unfortunately, that got canceled for him. So he's going to try to referee next weekend. But
when you watch a game and try to pay attention to referee positioning, depending on which side of the ice the puck is on, what's happening, what just happened, you're dodging flying players that don't skate as well as they think, pucks flying through the air. To have to also dodge comments coming from adults that are supposed to know better. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
What else did you broadcast? You didn't have any one hockey this week at all, right?
No one hockey, some snowbelt games, some tournament games that I did over the weekend. So some killers that were going on. Let's see. So I did the Canton game. So I missed both games with my kids on Saturday. But I tell you what, 18U snowbelt team for Salmon River had quite the battle down in Ithaca. It's an outdoor rink, so it was hard to see because of the fog. Yeah, Cass Park.
Yeah.
Right. The walls don't go down to the ground. It's just netting. So Saturday was 50 some odd degrees outside. You got a sheet of ice inside. All of the glass was fogged up. I think there was a layer of fog inside the ice, but once the kids start skating around, that gets cleared out. But, it makes it hard for parents to see and watch that for sure.
It was like one tournament game. I can't remember what it was, but it was like so much fog on the ice and like one half of the ice.
That happened
for Unity.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It was wild. I remember that.
It was the one with like.
It was like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
It was in Danbury, right? Where the Danbury Trashers played from the
I think so.
in the Hat Tricks
Yeah.
play now. Yeah, that's where it was,
It
Cam.
was
You're
just
right.
a- it was just a huge thing of like fog on the ice.
Yeah, that's happened in Pulaski at the Haldane Arena when the dehumidifier portion went down of the airflow system inside the arena. Thick fog. They ended up opening up the Zamboni door and just had the kids skating around laps inside the rink itself just to kind of create that vortex to get fresh air in off of that ice. It was ridiculous. Who knew that weather was going to happen inside? But I guess
Yeah, the reason that happened in the Canton game because the doors opened for the ambulance to come in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all of the fog just came.
Yeah, it was foggy after that, like in the second half of the second period.
Yeah, that arena, that was difficult to broadcast into. I had Wi-Fi issues, so I'm currently trying to figure out how to get over Wi-Fi and find an alternative solution. Because the other challenge I have, if not Wi-Fi, using cellular service indoors, it's all I got steel girders, concrete walls, and an aluminum roof or a steel roof.
Yeah. It doesn't work very well, does it? You don't get Verizon signal, yeah.
So working on that. And then yesterday, I was out. I had what did I do yesterday? Yesterday was Sunday. The Snowbelt Salmon River game in against Lysander. And then I hustled up to get the second Ogdensburg game up in Watertown. Boy, I was flying up 81. As by flying, I meant going very quickly in for a speed that was safe and conducive to road and weather conditions.
I love it. Sounds pretty good. Hey, I know there's one big highlight of that game, that Salmon River game yesterday, and the rumor has it that Double Deuces, the guy that's sporting Mike Bossy's jersey for the Salmon River squad, pumped one in. I saw a highlight of his video last night. So props go out to Bailey Dallin for scoring a heck of a goal yesterday. I loved it. It looked really great to see. And I like his celly after the kid is.
It was the second period, 9:15 into the second period. And again, Braeden, right? He was in the right spot at the right time. He was at the far post. Kid came in from defense, shot the puck. It got initial save by the goalie. He was trying to gobble it up in front of him between his pads. He was trying to get his glove onto it. Bailey was right there at the post, just jabbing at anything that was black and round, and he stuffed that puck in between his legs. And so it scored the goal at 9:15 of the second period. 9:15 in, he got his first goal of the season. And boy, that celebration. Oh, the long slide up along the boards, the team reaching over to congratulate him. Even as he got onto the bench, he just got absolutely engulfed by the whole team. And that was 1 minute and 16 seconds after an assist that he made too. He got the double assist on Matt Bice's first goal of the season. Matt Bice is a former Mullet of the Week winner for us.
He sure is. Yeah, he won the Mullet of the Week. That's right.
Yeah.
Bray, with your goal, you're probably the leading scorer on your team. You guys have only played one game, right?
I know someone got a hat trick on Saturday.
Oh, you guys played Saturday?
Yeah, we won, I think 7-1 against East Longmeadow Knights, I think.
Wow, cool. What's up for you this week? You got more games this week?
We're playing the Hudson Hawks on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got practice literally every single day. My schedule is definitely getting filled up. And then I think my next game is probably next week sometime. I'll figure that out. And then, yeah.
You guys doing any tournaments over Christmas, or do you even know?
I think we have a Christmas tournament, like I think the week before Christmas. And we have like a game on the 27th. And just some practices scheduled like throughout that whole week.
So I got a question, Braeden. You said you got a game coming up against the Hudson Hawks.
That's a cool name.
Are they from New Jersey by any chance?
No, they are Massachusetts.
Just one, because one of my favorite movies, it's a spoof of a movie with Bruce Willis, is Hudson Hawk. And
yes.
He's from New Jersey. That just would have been great. I would have moved. I would have totally moved just so I could go call for them. Absolutely.
So a little bird just chirped in my ear, the hockey mom, Braeden. And she said that Braeden has 3 games over Christmas vacation, which, quite honestly is great because you get to play hockey 3 times. But it's STBY also because you're not going to get a Christmas present from me because you're not coming up here. So you're out of luck, bro.
I'm definitely devastated. I mean, time in New York.
Yeah.
I live up there if I could. I mean,
I know. We'd have you playing at IHC if we could get you. Cam, what's going on in your world? How was your weekend?
It was all right. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it was pretty good. Hockey, like always. Pretty good to have 2-game weekend. Saturday. No, I don't think I scored one on Saturday. But did have a loud bang.
I could have used one from you Saturday, buddy.
Wills should have counted. Wills hit the top corner and came back out, but didn't count.
So we should have won that game.
No, it did not go in.
That thing went in.
No,
That
it
thing
did not.
inside the top corner. But,
I don't think we have good video of that, do we? Do they have live? Oh,
no idea.
did you record that game? Maybe we could check.
In Canton?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
I mean, I did record it. We can
I
go
don't know
back.
if you got that going. Yeah, we'll have to.
It's all right.
Maybe we can file an appeal with the state of New York and try to get the game score changed. I don't think they'll listen to us. How about Sunday? Sunday, we kind of had an average weekend, didn't we?
Well, back to Saturday just for a second. The loud bang. I thought it was just something up in the score box. I thought it was some metal shelf that fell.
So you know what? That big loud bang occurred right after I yelled, "Let's go Wolves." And then that big wha-bam, I said, I brought down the roof in other places too. I thought that was all me. I totally took credit for that.
So for our viewers, what Cameron's referring to is a large willow tree crashed on the side of the arena during a windstorm as we were playing and scared the heck out of us.
I was on the ice. I was I kind of jumped and looked to the side.
Yeah, I thought that roof was coming down. I thought something was busting right through that.
It was a huge tree too, and we were warming up right outside next to it before the game.
Did you guys go look? Were you with Coach Nethers? Did you guys go look at it after the game?
Yeah,
I heard it was monstrous.
Yeah, it was huge.
I did not see that. After the game, I was just trying to not get blown away. I mean, holy cow. That was so windy. Hey, so on Saturday, I had Cameron down for a goal. Are you saying he did not score? Is that the one that you said?
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me. I got score sheets. Look at this. I got I brought score sheets.
I want to compare because I just call him the way it looks to me. And
no, I got 7. 7 Will Vokey from 2-3.
Yep.
That'd be Connor Leduc. I got 19 Keegs, the Keeg man.
Yep.
Daniel Keegan from 20, which is Steve Meyer the second, also known as Steve-O. And then I got 26, which is Teo Dalby, with an assist from 5, the nickel Trey back, and 22 Jimmy Carter Nethers. Yep, that's what I got. I don't have anything for Cam Dallin on that day.
Okay, so that one he must have just been neither, and I thought he took it, but it was Mateo.
Yeah, well, yeah, just giving him the parent point. We were familiar with that. He already has enough points. We don't need to give him more.
Hey, agreed.
Trey, what do you got for us? How was your weekend, bro?
It was pretty good. Saturday was pretty wild. That entire game was just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
What do you fill us in, bro? What do you got the deets?
Something else happened on Saturday.
Oh yeah. A kid broke his ankle. His name was Josh. What was his last name?
Josh Arasian. Yeah.
We have a picture of him, right?
Yeah, I think we do.
We do. We absolutely do. So let me pop that up right now.
Yeah, Josh, good man. Actually, talked with him over social media. Talked with him on a text yesterday. That's our man right there. That's Josh playing in that game Saturday night. Hell of a player. He's tough as nails. I actually saw him 2 weeks ago. He skated with the Canton varsity team too. So got got into
now,
a little.
have I seen him play with the Steel as well?
I don't know if he plays with the Steel. I'm not sure. I know he
Okay.
played in our tournament that when they came down 2-3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and they gave us a heck of a game in that championship game. I know
Yep.
he was in that. He was a big factor in that game too. He's physically he's tough, and we actually extended an invite. He had an appointment today with the orthopedic surgeon to take a look at his ankle to see how serious the damage was, I guess. But we're gonna try to get him on the podcast next week, actually. So that'd be really cool to have him on because we're wishing him well.
Yeah, I mean, great player. Just unfortunate where he hit Trey. There's no glass to absorb any impact, so Trey just kind of came back and landed on him. And I don't know which way his foot was laying or twisting.
Yeah,
But
my knee fell right on where his leg meets his foot.
Oh, and then the only way Trey could get up was to roll over him. So that probably didn't help. So
No,
yeah,
no, but it was a scary moment, I can tell you, because it was right in front of our bench. Like you said, there was no glass there. And it's one of those moments as a coach where you look down and you're like, nope, this isn't a good one. We need to stop the game immediately, So,
yeah.
and I think, his coaching staff knows him well enough that he's the kind of kid that is not going to be laying on the ice if he doesn't need to be, that's for sure. So
At first he was laying there and he just looked like he got squished by Trey. And then when he started trying to army crawl to the bench, I was holy cow. That was a whole nother story. That's pain. Hockey players don't feel pain.
Yeah. So, hey, Josh, we'll have you on next week. Best of luck, best of health, and we'll be staying in touch with you. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another big part of my weekend is the Canucks fired their head coach and general manager, and have since they did that move, they've been 4-0-0, perfect record. So that was pretty big.
What jersey do you have on right now? Looks like you're sporting. Stand up. There we go. We got a Canucks. We got who's Elias Pettersson?
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm wearing Taylor Hall's jersey from the Buffalo Sabres.
Braeden, you
But
want
he's
to
now
talk
a
a little
Bruin.
bit about your favorite NHL teams?
So if we're going to talk about pro hockey, hold on a second. I mean, right. Islanders, baby, got their first win at the UBS Arena. Woohoo! 4-2 over the Devils, baby.
Yeah, 1-12 at UBS.
I'll take it. Better than 0-13. I'll tell you that.
Hey, how about being positive, Trey? Braeden, you got an Islanders fan in your house, don't you? Enemy of the state.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of some beef there. I mean, whenever they play each other, we're definitely watching most of the time. And I mean, we've had some run-ins with them in the playoffs too. And hasn't really turned out our way. But I mean,
it's true.
It's fine.
Wait, who's the Islander fan? Is it your dad?
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Yeah, he likes beer and the Islanders.
I'm in. Wait until I tell my wife we're moving to Worcester.
No, you're not. But Braden's a Bruins fan, right, Bray?
Yeah, I like the Bruins, and I even like Colorado.
Wow, they're a good team for sure. Trey wants everybody to like the Canucks.
Good luck, Trey. Yeah, then you can know both fans. That's right.
That's it, both fans. Hey, so let me see here. Where are we? We're at our weekly feature, Trey's Trivia. Trey, you have any trivia for us this week?
Yeah, I do. I have 3 questions today. Let me just pull them up real quick.
Okay. Hopefully you're not stealing them from go ahead.
While you're pulling them up, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the 12U Oswego girls team, their tournament bound team on Saturday. What? Oh, you have a report?
No,
we got a report.
no.
I have a report. I have a written report from Jillian.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. We'll wait for that.
Go ahead, Trey.
Oh, I just
Fire
wanted to
away.
say that I was really happy you changed the answer for that question to Ryan Getzlaf instead of Anze Kopitar, because Ryan Getzlaf hit the 1,000-point mark a couple weeks ago. But my first question is, how much Stanley Cups does the Montreal Canadiens have?
20.
They have a lot.
They have 20. They have less than the Yankees. I can tell you that. 24. My guess is 24. That's a good guess.
Yep.
Mine too.
That might be one of your trivia questions, the Dan Dallin.
It is.
Yeah, that would be the correct answer.
It's either that or I ask what team is the most winningest championship team in all of sports history.
And that's going to be the New York Yankees.
You bet your butt it is the New York Yankees. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to talk about that. It's a different podcast. All right, Trey, what's up next? What's next?
This one's I like this question. It's pretty interesting. Who was the first NHL player to sign a $1 million contract?
I think it was Bobby Hull. That's my guess. $1 million contract with the WHA, the Winnipeg Jets.
NHL contract, I said.
Oh, shoot. I don't know.
Yeah. So $1 million NHL. I can't
You
remember.
always default to Dale Howardchuk. I mean,
No, Bobby Orr.
that's a good guess.
Yeah.
Anyone else have
definitely.
any guesses?
Barely NHL players, but no idea.
Or
Yeah.
Gordie Howe.
Dan was actually correct. The correct answer was Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr. All right.
Really? Wow.
Man, oh
Yeah.
man. That's
You
also
act surprised. It's probably another one of Dan's questions. He has a million trivia questions that he asks.
it is another one of mine. Yeah.
Last one,
Yeah.
Trey.
Not that Trey took them from me, but I mean those, there's only so many sources for decent trivia questions before you start getting into ridiculous, obscure things that
Nobody knows except for Michael Ledoux.
it's those are good ones. Those are good ones. No, these other ones can be dumb.
Here's a pretty obscure question. How long is the intermission of an NHL game between a period? How long is the intermission?
My God, I was just at. No, I haven't been to an NHL game in a while. I went to one.
I think it's 20 minutes. That's my guess.
I went to the Crunch game recently, but that's not NHL.
No, that's not there in the AHL. Last time I checked.
No.
Yeah, and that's not the NHL. Yeah,
Hanging on
Might be
by
the
a thread. I believe it's 20.
I believe it's 20.
I want to say.
What are you gonna say? What do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 18. I'm gonna guess 18.
Sam's correct.
Let's go.
Nice.
It's the same as the AHL. 18.
It's only 18 minutes?
It's only
Really?
18, yeah.
Well, that explains why I always come back late.
Awesome.
Wow.
So great. Features this week. Mop of the Week's coming up. Winner will be announced at the end of the show. Mop of the Week is cool. It has replaced the mullet of the week because we've essentially run out of mullets in the North Country, and we're going with mops. Although when you see this week's Mop of the Week, you're actually going to love it.
Mhm.
And we also have our winner of the 92 challenge. Power Play Sports has stepped up again to kick in an awesome prize to the winner of our not so new anymore podcast feature, the 92 challenge, commemorating Wayne Gretzky's record of 92 goals in a season. If you email or post a quiz score with a 92A or higher grade, what's our email again, Dan?
powerplaypodcastnny@gmail.com. That's powerplaypodcastnny@gmail.com. Just type in powerplaypodcastnny@gmail.com.
And you'll
What was
win
that?
one of these.
Can you say that one more
You'll win one of these three prizes if you get the and I got a nice submission today from Jared Bach. We'll see if that one gets hold. But you could win a Howie's stick wax, 2 rolls of tape, or an original Power Play hat, 1 prize winner per week, compliments of Power Play Sports. So we'll get to that later. Moving through pro report. We kind of hit some of that stuff, Trey, but talk to us a little bit about the Vancouver Canucks this week. Who'd they play? How'd they do?
So they're the best team in the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks. They won against the Carol. Okay, so wait, actually, I started at the beginning. So they fired their head coach, and then they hired a new one, and then right off the bat, they scored. I mean, they won against the LA Kings 4-0 right off the bat to start their goalie Thatcher Demko's amazing week. Following that, they played the Boston Bruins. They easily won against that horrible team by a score of 2-1 in the shootout. Another great game by Demko, only let in 1 goal and didn't even let in any in the shootout. Then they played the Winnipeg Jets, who they won against in a shootout 4-3. So 2 back-to-back shootout wins. Demko let in 3 goals that game, which pretty good, not amazing, but. And then most recently they played the Hurricanes, who are 7th in the league, and they were able to pull out a 2-1 regulation win. So, and then for this week, the NHL Star of the Week was Thatcher Demko, the goalie for the Canucks. He won the NHL Star of the Week.
Yeah, he's been playing really well, Trey. His save percentage has been going up, I noticed.
Yep.
Yeah. What's going on with the New York Islanders, Dan? I know they won their first game in a while.
They won their first game. Well, it's their second game in a while, actually, right? Because 2 nights earlier, they won a game on the road. So they won 2 out of their last more than 5 games. But most recently was that first win at home at the UBS Arena, 4-2 over the Devils.
Nice. Good team to beat if you got to beat one, right? Next door neighbor.
Absolutely. Only team better would have been the Rangers, but we'll take the Devils.
Yep. And a little bit about the Boston Bruins. They had a great swing out west, grabbed 5 of 6 points, beat Edmonton, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. 5 out of 6 points, bro. 5. They missed 1 with Vancouver. That's absolutely correct. But grabbing 5 out of 6 points and beating McDavid and Draisaitl was nice, even though Draisaitl drilled in 2. They beat Calgary, which is nice. They lost to Vancouver in a shutout, but to grab 5 out of 6 points in a West Coast swing is awesome. Some news off the shelf that's a little bit disturbing to me is that I'm hearing scuttlebutt that there are people in Boston that think it maybe is time for Patrice Bergeron to go along the road after the season. I was reading an article today out of Boston that said that maybe this should be his last season and that the Bruins should start to look to get younger and move in a different direction. Gotta say, I don't think it's a great idea. Huge fan of Zdeno Chara. Love the guy. He was a great captain of the Boston Bruins. He moved along. I wasn't ready for that to happen. But I liked how the torch was passed to another great player and another great Bruin and a Hall of Famer in Patrice Bergeron. And to see them do the same thing with Patrice would just really be a shame. I hope he is able to finish up his career in Boston. So we'll see how that works itself out.
So
comments.
If Patrice were to move on from the Bruins, who would be your number 1 choice for a captain?
For the Boston Bruins, well, they're talking about moving Brad Marchand too. So I have no idea. They're talking about those 2 guys being too old. So
well, if it was just Bergeron, who would you choose?
It would be Brad Marchand, yeah, of course, yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Even though he slew foots everybody in the NHL, and I still love him though.
And recently stopped licking people. Yeah.
Yeah, he's made some strides in that.
Hearing a lot about Jake DeBrusk going too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be getting traded. Who's your guy from the Bruins, Braeden? I know you like the Bruins. Who's your player?
I've always liked Marchand. I mean, I actually Chara was my number 1 for the longest time. Sad to see him go, but
for sure.
I'd say Marchand. I mean, I do like his playing style, his chippy, I like how he gets in people's heads. Yeah,
I think anybody would want them on his team. That's the funny thing. They all complain about his a lot of his extracurricular activities, but they sure as heck would like him on their team. That's for sure. What do we have from the college world? Did anybody do any college research? I did a little bit of college research. If you guys don't have anything, I can run through some college scores.
Yeah, I did not look it up at all this week. You guys?
I got some.
All right.
Let me run with it. I'll try to make a quick one of it because we have a lot of youth stuff to talk about in high school, right? With OBE, with IHC. So let's run through. And there's a lot of teams that are off anyway. So Clarkson men's. Believe it or not, Clarkson men's lost 2 games. They lost 4-3 to Arizona State on Friday in Tempe, Arizona. And then they followed up taking another hit 4-1 against the Arizona State Sun Devils on Saturday. So clearly Arizona State is drawing some great hockey players if they're up there beating Clarkson. And I think if you gave me a choice of whether I wanted to go play Division I college hockey in Potsdam, New York, or Tempe, Arizona, I think I know where I'm going. Right?
Yeah, it's nice to walk outside the rink and be warm.
Exactly. Big college campus. pretty cool place, probably pretty awesome football stadium and stuff like that. So the women were off. You're seeing a lot of that now. A lot of the colleges are going on break. RIT, Dan's alma mater, lost to Army 6-0 on Saturday, and then lost to Army again 4-3 on Sunday, which is quite honestly is quite surprising that they lost 2 straight games to Army and kind of got run out of their house. The RIT women's, Dan, on your side, they last played on the 4th of December. They've been off. They're off for a bit here. I think they're going to a tournament over the holidays. They lost to Lindenwood 3-1. Syracuse women played Princeton on Friday, 4-4 tie, lost to Princeton on Saturday, 2-1. Potsdam men's in Potsdam and Canton, SUNY Potsdam and SUNY Canton played this weekend. Friday night, the Canton team, SUNY Canton won. They beat Potsdam 3-1, which is nice for me. I'm a big fan. We got some players on that team from down here. TC Trevor Christopher being one of them, a Watertown kid. And then Saturday, the Canton Potsdam game was postponed due to high winds. So I think, matter of fact, I talked to Rick Berkman because he came over to drop off some stuff for a lacrosse tournament we're doing while we were at our game against Canton. He said he was going over to watch that, and I guess they must have postponed it right at game time. And a big shout out, guys. Cam and Trey, you guys remember Coach Moffitt from Plattsburgh State? They had a big win. They beat SUNY Morrisville. And we are big fans of SUNY Plattsburgh on this podcast because of the friends that we have that went to school there, and also Coach Moffitt for sticking with us. 4-3 in overtime against Morrisville on Saturday. So Coach Moff, shout out to the Plattsburgh men's team for sure.
Good win.
Yeah, for sure. Dan, let's get into high school. Ontario Bay this week. I think you have probably a good handle on what happened with Ontario Bay last week.
Yeah. So on Friday, they played in Rome against Rome Free Academy, the Black Knights. That game tied 2-2. Went to overtime, right? Ended up a 2-2 tie. So goals there for Rome Free Academy in the first period, 7:19 in, had a goal by Logan Waterman, assisted by Tyler Locker from Tyler Wilson. Later on, 10:30 into the second period, they had a goal by Jake Primo, assisted by Tyler Locker. In between those two goals were Ontario Bay's 2 goals. 49 seconds into the second period, goal by Zach Belevins, assisted by Owen Newton from Casey Wilson. And then 2 minutes later, at 2:49, unassisted goal by Casey Wilson. And that goal, Casey Wilson continues to just thread needles. He was coming in from the point, in a little bit off the boards, stepped up. There were 3 players between him and the goalie. He was able to push that puck just around those 3 players, snapped it in, and it sailed in. Goalie didn't even know the puck went in until he heard it behind him hitting the net. It was a crazy shot. I don't know. Wilson's been doing that.
Oh, and then he hit the post a couple times, the crossbar a couple times.
Wilson did?
Yeah.
That kid's a heck of a hockey player. I'll tell you. He continues to impress. I mean, every time I see him. I'm a big fan of, I'm a big fan of Blevins, and I'm a big fan of Newton because they're unity guys.
Yeah.
Also, but there's a couple kids on that team that besides my unity crew that are out there that are really impressing.
It was good to see Newton get that assist because other than that, Newton was having a hard time staying on his skates. I don't know what was up. He had
a little Evan Sanford disease.
Yes. So I don't know what happened. Hopefully he gets those skates sharpened properly. Maybe he'll go to Power Play Sports and get them proper sharpened. In that game, Lenny Dormio for Rome Free Academy, 25 saves. Colin Bennett, 15 saves. So Ontario Bay really outshot Rome Free Academy by about 13 or so goals.
Yeah.
Talk about outshooting.
Yeah.
Game 310, 56-7 in shots.
We'll talk about that later. We don't want to dwell on that too much.
What does that make Obey's record?
4-0-2. I mean 4-0-1. 4-0-1.
That's good. That's a really good record, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, won that much.
I gotta throw some I gotta throw some shout outs, and I know I probably did it last week, but it just seems like every week I'm hearing Colin Bennett. Win.
Yep.
Good job, Colin. Good
He
job.
has been playing on his head. Colin has been using that glove. He still windmills some of the glove saves.
He likes to look good.
Wow. I didn't notice any blatant windmills in that RFA game because that game was tight, right? But he's closed up that 5-hole nicely. He goes post to post extremely well. He doesn't let any rebounds behind him. I've noticed that on a lot of games for the teams I've been hired by against. They've been coming off a post and hitting the back of goalies, and goalies have been flopping down onto them. That doesn't happen with Colin. I guess either he stops them or they just go on by. But no, so he doesn't have to. He's not worried about them bouncing off the back of him. I mean, he's covering those posts. That's really what that says. Is that they're not bouncing off those posts and coming into the crease. They're going away. So
yeah, great. He's a great student too, Colin Bennett. And so is Owen Newton. So is Zach Blevins. I'm seeing with those guys' names with Northern New York Community Foundation. I'm really proud of them for that too. So it's good to see. Did they have a second game? Or did they just play once?
They played Mohawk Valley, and they won that game 3-2. Mohawk Valley had goals by Logan Donito, assisted by Jaden Lawrence, and Jaden Lawrence, assisted by Logan Donito. And then in that game, Blevins scored with an assist from Matt Olson. Joe Brodeur scored, assisted by Stern and Cody Mashaw, and Casey Wilson with another goal, assisted by Bryce Goodenough. Bennett had 25 saves in that game.
Cody Mashaw's a heck of a player too, isn't he?
Yeah, Cody and Eric Mashaw, right? The two brothers.
Yeah.
They play really well together. One on offense, one on defense. They do well. It's always funny, you'll see people that pass like, oh, they're passing together really well. And you look at it, you're like, that's because they're brothers. They've been doing this for a long time.
Right. What about Bailey Down? He destined which game? The Obey 2-2 tie versus Rome?
Yeah, Bailey has made the high school team. He has not played in a high school game yet, aside from that first scrimmage that they had preseason, which he played in that, and he played really well in that game. So he was not dressing, but his team asked them, his captains went to the coach, another player went to the coach and asked him if Bailey could dress and go with them and sit on the bench for that Rome game. And he did.
Tight game.
It was a tight game, and he was there. He was huge. He got in a kid's face because he took a stupid penalty. So Bailey was all over. You don't want him after you. No, he gets mad, he's like, you cost the team, and all sorts of stuff. So, and then Bailey played, on Saturday and Sunday coming away with his first goal of the season.
That's awesome. You did the IHC CNS game. I was actually out of pocket for that. I was not on the bench for that one. So I don't know if you have the score sheet or the wrap on that. I do know it was a 6-3 IHC loss when they played CNS down in Cicero, and I watched it. I was watching the broadcast while watching my daughter Tori's basketball game. So I was at IHC watching my daughter's varsity basketball game, and also I had you on the Dan Dallin broadcasting live from Cicero with the CNS IHC game.
Yeah, so, I do not have that score sheet handy. I apologize.
Yeah, you lost a little service in the middle of that too, if I remember right. That was there was some technical difficulties there, right?
I did. And that alerted me to it's just another area that I can pay attention to catch when that drops and does not come back, because the encoder that I use lets me know when it's sending out a strong enough signal, but I did not realize that YouTube had stopped receiving. If it drops it, YouTube will hang on for a little bit, and if it catches back up, it'll keep going. And that actually happened earlier in that game. And then later on, it dropped out. It just did not recover in time, and I did not realize that. And I think the whole third period's lost.
Yeah.
So
that's too bad. So that was a 6-3 loss to IHC. A couple games coming up this week. You have the game scheduled for this week, don't you? Actually, I have it over here too, but I know you're broadcasting one of them. Hopefully you have a color analyst for that game.
Yeah, well, so tomorrow night I'll be in Valley while Ontario Bay plays against Syracuse City Cougars. Then on Wednesday, I will be up in Watertown at the Fairgrounds Arena as IHC takes on the Liverpool Warriors. And then on Thursday, I will be in Oswego as Ontario Bay Storm faces the Oswego. I don't know if they're the Bucks, Buccaneers, whatever. They're a pirate of some kind. I think they're a Buccaneer. So I'll bring my $2 entry fee. And then,
you gonna be doing that Baldwinsville game on Friday?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yep, I am available on Friday for IHC as they go out to play Baldwinsville. What is it? They Baldwinsville? What are they? The Bees or something?
Yeah, I think they are. I'll have to look that up.
Baldwinville's Bees.
I don't know.
Yeah, like BEES, like the thing that stings you
or makes honey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be the nice one that makes honey.
Nice one. Yeah. Let's think positive.
So I'll have to reach out to that Beeville coach to get their roster because for Syracuse, I did that. I reached out to is it Coach Pullins, and he sent me over the roster today. So
good deal. Let me see. Let's Lady Pirates, Piper Gonis, actually, they have a game tonight. She just texted me and said we had a varsity game tonight. So I was trying to get an update on the TI Lady Pirates. But I don't have anything. Youth hockey. Let me hit up a couple things here. Let's go with Watertown Mites, Coach Hannah Sherrill, looking for volunteer junior coaches. I'd like to get Trey and Cameron involved in that, helping out. I know Carter's doing that. Jose's doing that. Who else? Aiden. Who?
Aiden Terry.
And Jose, right?
Carter, Jose, Aiden, and who's the other one?
Trey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to get involved in coaching with the Watertown Mites in a volunteer junior coaching program, email us at powerplaypodcastnny. I got that right this time. It's powerplaypodcastnny@gmail.com, and we'll get your info over to Coach Sherrill. I do have some really good reports from the Watertown 12U Red Team because they were in a big tournament this week with Coach John Rose's crew. So let me fit. That's the Massena ALS tournament A division. Friday night, Watertown Hockey Association 12U Wolves Red versus Center State. Final score 5-2. WHA came out strong, scoring 4 goals in the first period. Center State rallied, came back with 2 in the third, but WHA grabbed 1 more. Roaring Young and Charlie Nutting, who was our reporter in the field, by the way. Charlie Nutting, Braeden's little brother, goaltender, actually came and skated at our practice this week. Big help. We split time in net on that game. MVP of that game was Paxton Rose. He's a Unity player. I like to see that. Awesome. Saturday morning, WHA versus North Country Rouse's Point. Final 5-1. WHA Wolves 12U Red. Roaring Young played in net. Awesome game. Awesome game by the entire team. Gonna go out here one more time. Dominic Wisner, the Wiz, Unity Lacrosse and Unity Hockey, was the MVP. Dominic the Wiz Wisner. And then Saturday afternoon, WHA played Oswego. I think they are the Buccaneers. 2 for whatever the heck that. What is that line again? I never get that thing right.
$2 ahead.
$2 ahead, a Buccaneer. There we go. Hey, final score, Watertown Hockey Association 12U against the Buccaneers. 8-3, Watertown Hockey Association. Charlie and Mikey Nichols in net. Impressive showing from the offense with a lot of goals. MVP, another Unity player, Sam Miller. Congratulations, Sam Miller, for being the MVP. And then Sunday, the Watertown 12U Red was in the championship game versus Center State, and Center State's a formidable opponent. First period, Center State came out strong. Battle ending with a score 2-1. Watertown WHA came out strong in the second period, scored 3 more goals, only to have Center State rally and come back. The period ended at 6-4. After a hard-fought third period, Watertown poured it on and went ahead 10-5. Although the score was not reflective of the game, our team is being humble. That's great. Center State goalie was on fire, made a ton of saves, which we saw a goalie like that yesterday. Roaring Young was the WHA goalie for the entire game. Kudos to Roaring Young. Heck of a goalie. Actually came to our practice last week and filled in for us. We appreciate that, Roaring. Do a great job out there. And the MVP of the championship game, another Unity player, Alec Trey. Alec Nitre from the Watertown 12U Red team and also from the Unity 12U team. Alec, congratulations. And congratulations to Coach John Rose on a championship at the Massena ALS tournament. Congratulations to all the boys that played really well. And thank you to goalie Charlie Nutting out in the field for reporting on that game to us. Coach Wisner wanted to let everybody know out there that the Watertown Pee Wee Red team has the following open dates. So if you are listening to the podcast and you know of anyone looking for some games, Red games on January 15th or 16th, we're willing to play home or travel. And on the 22nd of January, we're willing to travel. Reach out to Shane Wisner or reach out to the podcast, powerplaypodcastnny at gmail.com, and we'll put you in touch with them. What do we get next?
Excellent.
14.
That's a great report.
Yeah, it's pretty detailed. I got another 14U report. The 14U white team played last night, and they played WHA Bantam 14U white played against Potsdam up in A-Bay because we were playing here in Watertown with the 14U red. They had played that team last week. They won 5-2. It was a well-played game. They had a rematch, obviously, yesterday up in the Bay. Potsdam came out strong, clearly wanted to win 2 goals in the first, but WHA answered back, tied it 2-2. The game went back and forth the whole way. The game was tied 6-6, and Potsdam scored with 30 seconds left in the game to go ahead 7-6 and defeat Watertown. Both teams are excited for a rematch as it's a very competitive atmosphere when the two teams play. Congratulations to Aiden Terry for filling in and playing up there as the goalie for the Watertown 14U white team. Great job, Aiden. Watertown 14U red. That's Trey and Cameron. We'll go quick on this one because we've talked about it a lot already. 3 games over the weekend. As the coach, I can say that we had an average weekend, not one of the best weekends we've had all year, but an average weekend. We had 3 games. Saturday night, we played at the Pavilion against a formidable opponent and a great opponent, the Canton Bears. I love playing against the Canton Bears, like everything about them. We wound up going ahead 3-0. As you know, there's a serious injury to Josh Rajan at midway through the second period where he had an ankle injury that put a halt to the game. His teammates rallied around that injury, in my opinion, and fought back like bandits. They really did. They fought hard and they wound up tying it late in the third period, 3-3. And that's how the game ended, 3-3. And that's the second match between those two teams this year. First match was a 4-3 win by Watertown. Second match was a 3-3 tie. So look forward to playing them again soon. On Sunday, played against a solid, very solid Ogdensburg red team. And WHA 14U red lost 4-2. Score was 3-2 with 44 seconds left. And the reason it was so tight is because Cameron delivered late in the third period to make it 3-2. Great job on that goal, Cameron, coming up the wing there. Flying, nice goal, beat the goalie.
Just hammered it
Short
in.
side, he hammered it, baby.
After a great talk with a great coach.
Yeah, well, we tried to motivate you, and you did a great job. So 3-2, and then they banged one with 44 seconds left. They kind of got through us. We had a lot of pressure at the end of the game to try to tie it, but we weren't able to do that. So tough for us, only our second loss of the season. So tough loss. Followed it up, played their 14U white team with, and you know, they added a couple, they played both the goalies from the red team and they added a line from the red team. That team fought hard. They have a heck of a goaltending squad. I think we outshot them 56-7 and pulled out the 7-1 win. A lot of great goal scorers in that game. A lot of great things going on. But when you put 56 shots on a goalie and he only lets in 7 or 2 goalies, you guys got to admit those goalies played pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
did.
Mentioned Connor Leduc as well.
Yeah, we had a good goalie. We had Connor Leduc. Hadn't played, I think he said 6 months.
No,
Yeah.
18 months.
8? How much?
18.
18?
I think the last time he played goalie, Cameron, honestly, was like when we were up in the Bay during our first Unity practices, like right around COVID.
That's why I said 6 months. That's what I thought it was.
No, it was the year before that.
Like when COVID started.
The year before
Yeah,
that?
when COVID, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we should give some props to Connor Leduc, right? I mean,
yeah,
Jeepers stepped in, borrowed Borrowed the pads from the Broadenator. Brody, the Broadenator. Yeah, the Broadenator's out for 3 weeks. We can't
Brody.
talk about why the Broadenator's out because we got HIPAA violation things all out there, but we're going to be missing the Broadenator. That'll be Brody. And then Aiden had to travel and support the white team. So we suited up Connor Leduc, the utility man, came in and he held on the fort, right? Held on the fort, did a great job. Did you guys score? Either one of you guys score in that one? I don't know.
No.
I think you
I
got
got
no.
2 assists.
Oh, in that second game?
I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I assisted in that game. I might have. I'm not sure. I don't
might-
think so. No, I don't think so.
I might have the score sheet floating around here for those sports fans out there that want to know. I know there's a lot of sports fans out there that really want to know what's going on. A lot of even strength goals. We're not.
Well, that's the game that Cameron got his assist that I owe him $1 for.
Oh,
Yeah, that is the game. Yes, he had an assist on 88th goal. 88.
Nick.
That'd be
88
Nicholas.
88 doesn't really score that much though.
Yeah. How many times did he score that game? Did he get a hat trick that game? I think
He did. He got a hattie.
Yeah.
I think that's like
Well, he does like every game though, so it doesn't really.
came
Yeah,
back.
I
He came back after not playing over the weekend.
So I
Yep.
had the first goal was right Nethers from Dalpy. Then I had Neto from Ledoux from O'Donnell.
Yep.
Then I had Felder from Gregory.
Correct, Mundo. Good job.
Then I had Neto from O'Donnell.
That one was from me too, though. I'm kind of mad about that.
It was a 2-pass goal.
Yeah,
And
it
they
was,
didn't give you anything.
definitely from me.
All right. Well,
Yep.
listen, I'm lucky. Normally when I'm broadcasting, I'll say somebody passes somebody, then they score. I'll be like, who did I say passed that puck? I don't remember. So then I had Neto from Dallin.
Yep.
Um,
Then you probably had 3-8.
I did. I had Taylor unassisted.
Yep.
And then I had Myros from, I can't remember.
Yeah, Jake.
Myros from Taylor, I think.
Jake's
Yeah.
first goal of the season.
Big shout out
big
to
one.
Jake the Snake Myros,
You know?
owner of 2 of the most precious twigs in the world. Right? What's
Yeah.
he rocking for twigs, boys? The kid has like 700. He has like $600 worth of hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Man, dude, he fired that, and you could tell his dad was
Oh.
working the clock. He hit the buzzer
Oh,
on the clock.
oh,
He
no.
wanted,
Oh, yeah.
he didn't have a horn, right?
Forgot to stop the clock.
He forgot to stop the clock. Oh yeah, he was.
You know, it was
beside
hey,
himself.
Hey, V. Dan Dallin, it was one of those goals too. It was the 7th goal of the game. You're really not supposed to be celebrating them. And we went house on our bench. Like everybody's screaming like it's like, the game clinching goal.
It was his first of the season. Come on,
I know.
it's always still a
It was
puck
awesome.
saver, baby. Still a puck saver.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's a good point, Cam. Let me give you the stats on that. A little breakdown. Cause you know what? You guys are the featured team of this podcast. I mean, you put in the time. We're going to talk about you guys. Nick Neto's hat trick gives him 15 on the season. 15, 3 for 18.
Oh my God.
Nick's a little shy in the assist category, but he's pumping in the goals at a 5-to-1 ratio. 5-to-1 ratio on goals to assist. Just keep shooting the puck. And then let me highlight a couple other Cameron, 8 and 5, 8 goals, 5 assists. You're into your dad for $5 right now, a Lincoln. You're gonna let that build up through the course of the year. That should be
Yeah.
about $50 when it's all said and done. Let me see who else we got here. We got O Diggity O'Donnell. That'd be Owen O Diggity O'Donnell with 7-14 for 21. Team leader in points, Owen O Diggity O'Donnell with 21 points, 7-14. Will Vokey. Let's get to Will Vokey before we get to you. Will Vokey, 10-4-14. Will the Thrill, amazing out there. Kid's a utility player, can do anything he's asked. He's a great team player. Awesome. Nate Taylor, 14.6 and 8. Keegs is 5 and 1. Blake is 8 goals and 5 assists. Blake's pumping him in pretty good. Jake banged his first one. Trey's 4 and 10 for 14. Carter Nethers is starting to creep up, 3 for 6. Steve-O, 2-1 and 3. And Connor Leduc, who actually played net, is 2 and 4. Really sweet goal by Connor Felder this weekend too. I gotta tell him, if the kid would just keep the puck down, it goes in. He took a shot, it went in just inside the post. It was really good to see. So Awesome all the way around. Appreciate everything. Good job, Jose. Good job, Braeden. Good job, Bryce. Mentioning everybody on the team. You guys are awesome. I love you coaching you guys. You're a good team. You work good together. Record this year right now is 13 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties. Pretty happy with the way things are going. Both our losses, tight games. Both our ties, we probably should have owned. Like those applause, boys. Keep the hands clapping. Good deal. Hey, let's talk. Hey, let's talk a little bit real quick about the Bean and what's Stelly's nickname?
Weezinator.
The Bean and Weezer. Jillian Keegan, the Bean, and Estelle Dallin, the Weezer. Lady Buccaneers had a couple games this weekend. Let's see what we got here. We got a 5-2 win against the Lysander Lightning. 2 goals scored by Marissa Sharkey. I think we got to get Marissa Sharkey on the podcast. We got to get her on. I mean, we had Clementine Rassley on, and Jillian scored. Clementine scored again. Ava Lascelles scored. 5-2 win by the girls. Good job by the Lady Buccaneers. Sunday, they won 4-3. First qualifying game against the Rome Grizzlies. Very familiar with the Rome Grizzlies from when Tori played. Quite a formidable girls program down there in Rome.
So story goes that that's the first time that Oswego team has beat Rome.
I believe it because they're good. They are good. They have a good.
It was back and forth. It was 1-0. It was 1-1. It was 2-1. It was 3-1. It was 3-3. And they came back. You have more words on that?
I do. I think I got to talk about Peyton Colucci, right?
Oh my God!
Yeah, they won 4-3. Buccaneers won 4-3. Peyton Colucci had 4 goals. Straight up, all 4 goals. Peyton Colucci. That's a Nick Nettle like. Mike Bossy like appearance, quite honestly. All 4 goals by Peyton. Maybe I get Marissa Sharkey and Peyton Colucci. And Mackenzie, but was it Battelle?
Battelle, yeah, the goalie.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Talking to Estelle, Karen was there, my wife. Mackie Battelle. She stood on her head in that game, making unbelievable saves. Girls were pumped with Battelle.
Bucks record 9-3-2. Very good record. Not 13-2-2, but still pretty good, girls. Still chasing Cameron. Saw a nice picture of 75 Stelly this weekend. Reminded me of her brother because she was tucked in jersey, just like Cameron. I can't look at this jersey. She tucks it in.
She tucked it in. It's keeps her in quaint. She can zig and zag in and out. But right there, that was after that long fought battle, going back and forth, coming away 4-3. That team was beside themselves. Karen tried to get a picture of them all together, at the very least, though, as they were skating apart. Estelle caught Karen's eye and posed for the picture.
Wow. Yeah. So Jillian Keegan, great write-up. Again, Jillian. And Jillian is doing these write-ups herself. Angela is not helping. I was able to confirm that this weekend. I actually got hell from Angela for even insinuating that these weren't being written up by Jillian. So Jillian, got your back. Upcoming games for the Oswego Buccaneers are on the 18th in Binghamton at 3:30, the 19th at the Anthony J. Crisafulli Ice Rink. And they have 2 games on Sunday at 11 and 2. Busy for the Dallin family and the Keegan family with all this hockey going all over the place between Oswego and Watertown.
Should be able to catch the broadcast of that 2:00 game against Monroe County Youth Hockey at 2:00 on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/TheDanDallin. I'll also be doing that morning's game for Salmon River's 18U team. And then Saturday's game, probably also for the 18U. I don't know. We have to figure that out. Saturday, since there is no Watertown Wolves 14U tournament-bound red team, that means that Cameron Dallin will be available to go to the SRC Center for his first Saturday indoor track meet at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Look at that. Look at how excited he is for that. No hockey,
Cameron,
bro.
stand
I
by
thought
because we do
finally-
have some inquiries about playing us on Saturday still. Mercedes Nethers is working to try to get us a game so that you don't have to go run.
You may want to help her make some phone calls, dude, if you want. But
Try to
yeah, if
make
there's
one
no
right now.
hockey, you're going to track. You get better and better every single meet. You're fast. He runs the mile. He's getting better.
If I get 2 personal bests, I get a candy bar. So like, I'm
You
excited.
already have $1. No, you already have $5. You can buy a lot of candy bars. Just keep getting assists.
Yeah, Cameron would rather win candy. He sure as heck is not going to spend money.
Well, that's funny. Oh, what did I have? You know what? I wanted to give a shout out, a couple of different shout outs. First of all, shout out to my godson out there in Massachusetts, bro. Thanks for coming on our podcast. It's great to have you on here. Maybe we'll have you again. Yeah, and we're gonna have to get some reports on your team so we can keep the podcast updated on what's going on.
I will keep you guys.
That's great. Hey, I did want to give a shout out to a couple of really good fans out there, Tony and Gabe Medina. Tony and Gabe Medina, big followers of our podcast, big followers of everything hockey. Great to see. Just I appreciate all the comments and all the nice things that those guys have to say. And kudos to Gabe. Right, he's not playing hockey right now. Wants to play again in the spring, but he's been boxing down at the gym here in Watertown. Saw some footage of him this week. It looked really great. So congratulations to Gabe. Keep punching him, bro. You look good out there. And then the other thing that's really nice is that our Facebook page has risen from about 115 members to today. We hit 338 members on Facebook that are following the Power Play podcast. So if that's that, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so there's a lot going on there, and we're really starting to steamroll here. We have some really interesting things coming up on the podcast. And Dan, can you fill us in on the Jameson coil, because you got the last email from him, and I want to make sure we get it right on what's going on with Jameson.
Yeah, so Jameson is available to join us next week. I think we're going to have to record Wednesday evening next week to include him for the entire show. And that'll be great. We'll be able to catch up on everything that happens between now and then. So let's make sure we do our homework, boys. Have questions ready for him.
Yeah. Jameson is a host on the NHL Network. If you are not familiar with him, go to the NHL Network's website or watch some highlights from the NHL Network. He works regularly with Kevin Weeks, who a lot of you guys know. So it's great to have him on. He also studied at Syracuse University, so he has ties to the North Country. He studied broadcasting at SU and comes actually from our hometown, Nashua, New Hampshire, where he played, where he was a stellar hockey and baseball player. So that's our connection to Jameson. So we look forward to having him on our podcast next week. It's really great to be able to do that. And we're always looking for new features. And if you have a connection to anybody in the NHL, trying to reach out, we're going to try to get Greg Carville on from UMass. That's our next poke. Going to try to reach out to Greg, see if he can get on the podcast. Trying to reach out to Kevin Weeks from the NHL Network as well. So we got our feelers out there. If you know anybody, we'd love to have him on. I want to hit up the mop of the week. So let me pull this up here. I'm going to do a little screen share if that's okay with you guys. Let me just close down the chat.
Yep. So while Mike's doing that, just to fill you in, like Jameson Coyle next week, he is a host of NHL Network's NHL Tonight, and he appears on doing a lot of remote event coverage, in-game updates, and various other NHL Network studio programming. Previously, he was a studio host and reporter at NESN, New England Sports Network, for NESN Daily, as well as Hockey East. So he knows hockey.
That's for sure. That's good stuff.
And soon we'll know him. And he'll know
absolutely. Not so sure he wants to. So let me do a little quick screen share here, and let's get that out of the way. And hopefully you guys can you see my screen?
There we go. Yep.
There, all right, awesome. So the mop of the week replaces mullet as the new term. It's for the MOW, baby. The MOW. Dan named this thing the MOW, and it has hooked. Here is Sullivan Sully Smigelski. Just turned 6 years old. plays on the white 8U Mite program in Oswego, New York Buccaneers. We know that already. And they wanted him to be considered for mop of the week. Let me tell you right now, check out this kid's do. This kid's got it going on. He's got it going on in the locks in the back, in the front. He's looking pretty serious. He's winning medals. Sully, you are this week's winner of the mop of the week. So far, we've had submissions. Tanner Esposito was in, but he cut his. So we've had winner Evan Sanford, Braylon Nutting, Daniel Keegan, Colin Whitmore, Matt Bice, who I think you said scored this past week, correct?
He did. Yep.
Yeah. And then now, Sully, you are the winner of week 8. So we will reach out to your parents and we will notify the folks over at Power Play Sports, because you have a nice prize of a hat coming from them. Stop in there.
Look at
support
that.
Power Play Sports.
Look at that hockey stare in that center picture. I love it. He's just like staring. I feel him. He's hit me in my soul. And then he's got those luscious locks, that nice salad mop on top of that head in that last picture. It's fantastic.
Awesome. And next up, as you all know, 92 Challenge winner for week 6. Excuse me, not week 6. We're at week 8. Geez, we're at week 8 already. The 92 Challenge is awarded to the student who has a grade of 92 or higher, A, and has submitted it to the Power Play podcast either by email or by social media. And this week's winner for week 6 is Colden Reber, Jordan's son. Jordan volunteers a lot of time with the Watertown Hockey Association. Colden Reber with a grade of 104 on his prime and composite numbers test. Nice work, bro. I actually have a picture of it right here. 104, 25 out of 24. A great job, Colden. I don't think I could have got 104 on that test at all, because it's math. So I probably would have got about a 40. So good job, Colden Reber, 92 Challenge winner for week 6. And I know you spend plenty of time over there at Power Play Sports, so you can pick up your prize, which is a hat, Howie stick wax, or 2 rolls of tape. So we'll let the folks over at Power Play Sports know you are the winner.
Yeah, your choice, Colden. You pick it out. Whatever one of those 3 prizes you would like to go home with, it's yours, because you rock at prime and composite numbers. I love it. Wait until you get up into geometry and physics, and you can really take advantage of those angles off of the boards, not those horrible, horrible angles I saw some boys try to make over the weekend.
Hey, have you seen mine? I made like 3 straight passes to like who was it, like Nick and Nate off the boards.
And even passing to yourself off of the boards, right? Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of whatever it is on the way out. Yeah, exit. In equals
I'm pretty
out.
good. I'm pretty good at the bank passes.
Yep. And that's nothing but pure physics, baby.
What do you got for me? Anybody else got anything else? Anything good? We still haven't got any submissions. We really want to have a special contest for our lady hockey players.
You know what? I think we got to clarify. It's a mop of the week. So if you've got great helmet hair, right? I mean, it's no longer a mullet. It's a mop. So I think that's inclusive of all genders now.
Hey, guys, I kind of find it weird that Steve-O Mara II has not submitted that mulletron that he wears for the mullet of the week. You guys really should get on him, because that thing is sick. It really is.
You know what would be great is maybe after a practice, if the 2 of you cornered him outside of the locker room with a camera, with your phone,
outside of the locker room,
and did a quick hot selfie interview with him. Be like, Steve, we got to ask you, man, how come you haven't submitted in that salad for mop of the week? What's going on? What are your feelings? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think my nephew Braeden Rich, Bray Bradley, you gotta maybe get some of those kids out your way to submit maybe some of the dues that they have, bro. You got to spread the word out there. Maybe we can branch out and start covering a little bit of your hockey. I don't know if we have enough time, but spread the word, Bray. Come on, share the podcast.
This could always become Power Play Podcast NNYNE, baby. The 90.
Yeah, NNY. 90. We could just change it to Power Play Podcast New York, New England. We're just gonna start blowing this thing. That's gonna blow this thing up. Make sure you share this. You better get some followers. You better get some people watching you.
We definitely have a lot of people down here. There's a lot of like great things happening. I know a couple players that are think they're gonna step it up a little bit. They're going like next level. One of
Mhm.
my friends just got drafted actually to the Prince Albert Raiders. for the
Oh,
W-
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
like the yeah. What are they in the Q?
Who is that? Give us that kid's name. We gotta get.
that's Dmitry Toporowski. His dad, we know him. I played hockey pretty much with like him all my life. I've skied with him, and
Oh yeah, Topper.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what, Braeden? You got to get him on with you as a guest. You guys could come on and you could like sit in the same screen and you guys could shoot the breeze with us. Maybe you could do it from Bay State. Like get
Yeah.
a Zoom, get an iPad going on. We could do a little highlight of the Bay State crew, so we could scout it out for a tournament for 2022.
What league are the Raiders in? The WHL or the
Yeah.
QMJHL?
No, WHL.
Yep.
Come, they're out there in British Columbia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, near Vancouver, bro.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
up
so
there.
keep us in mind.
Will do. I'll definitely keep you posted with everything that's happening just
Yep.
around my area.
Absolutely. And yeah, keep that in mind for an interview. I'd love to interview a kid that was drafted by the WHL. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love to have him on. Yeah. All right. I think that's a wrap. I'm going to turn it over to the Dan Dallin to close us out.
So I think we could all say it together, right?
We're going to say
Right.
make it a great
That
week.
final
Or,
line. I just go day. Let's take
All right.
this one thing at a time here, right?
all right, one thing at a
So-
time.
Right. So on behalf of all of us here at Power Play Podcast, remember, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make
Make
it
it a
a
great
great
Good
day.
day. There we go.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
We'll get
Couple
it.
days. It'll be, oh, no, actually, couple days. Couple weeks. Because
Couple great weeks.